Wendy Williams has become cognitively impaired and permanently incapacitated, according to a memo filed by her guardian's lawyers. The 60-year-old former talk show host has been afflicted by early onset dementia, resulting in her incapacitation. Attorneys for her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, said in a legal filing in New York court on November the 12th that Wendy Williams was diagnosed in 2023 with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia. Primary progressive aphasia is a nervous system syndrome that affects the ability to communicate. Frontotemporal dementia, or FTD, refers to a group of diseases that affects the frontal and temporal lobes of the brain, and is usually associated with behavioral and personality changes, as well as difficulty with language, according to the Mayo Clinic. This filing is part of a lawsuit Morrissey filed against A&E television networks, Lifetime Entertainment Services, and others in connection with the release of a docuseries about Wendy Williams back in February. On November the 12th, attorneys for Morrissey asked the court to approve some sensitive, non-public information to the defense's portion of a joint status letter in Wendy Williams' guardianship case to protect her privacy. And that case is now under seal. And it is said by the networks that it is very narrowly drawn and does not undermine the public's ability to understand the core facts and legal arguments at issue in this litigation. In 2022, Wendy's bank, Wells Fargo, petitioned to have her placed under financial guardianship, claiming she was incapacitated and a victim of undue influence and financial exploitation. Speculation about Wendy Williams' health began back in 2017 after she fainted live on the air. Wendy Williams was absent from her shows in 2021 and 2022, which were later canceled. Wendy Williams essentially retired from the public eye in 2022 as well. In the suit filed by Morrissey, she claimed that those involved with the docuseries took advantage of a vulnerable Williams in the cruelest, most obscene way possible for their own financial gain, which is basically obvious. We see that. From the very first few minutes of the docuseries WWH, it was plain to see that it was humiliating and exploiting. According to A&E, they filed a new lawsuit claiming that Wendy Williams' guardian is taken away from Wendy's last chance to speak directly to her fans, and that she is also trying to cover up her own failure to protect Wendy Williams. This is a popular cable channel we all know, which aired its controversial documentary, Where is Wendy Williams? But Wendy Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, filed a lawsuit attempting to get the documentary shut down back in February. But A&E says Sabrina Morrissey's exceeding her authority by trying to get parts of the documentary changed. But A&E says that Wendy signed a talent agreement long before she was mentally incapacitated. Furthermore, the company claims there is no law against doing a documentary on a subject with dementia. And they say, so even if she had signed the talent agreement or not, they have the right to do so because they're doing nothing wrong. But as far as the countersuit, A&E is suing Wendy Williams' guardian for attempting to infringe upon the company's First Amendment rights. They say specifically pointing to Morrissey's original suit back in February for her trying to get a judge to put a stop to the documentary even coming out. A&E says basically Morrissey has forced their production company to defend itself against these claims. And they say the creation of the documentary and the Constitution says that's a no-go. A&E also says that she's trying to deny Wendy one of her last chances to exercise her honesty and reach her fans in exactly the frank and unfiltered manner that was a hallmark of her career. It is also said that Morrissey has asked the court to force producers not to put out certain information in the documentary because Wendy Williams is permanently incapacitated from her dementia battle. So this thing right here, it has a twist to it, And I'll say that for this reason because, yeah, her being a public figure, she has exposed a lot of people and the things that they've done. And now, as the coin gets on the flip side, now it's her turn and people want to put out docuseries about her or talk about her. But it's a prime example, people, of you kick somebody when they down, you're going to get kicked when you down. I'll definitely say that. But it also is a sad thing that dementia hit this queen at such a young age, 60 years old. But things happen in life. That's why when life pitches us a curveball, we got two things to do. We're going to either strike out or we're going to hit it out the park. But, you know, it just happens that way. And this is a hell of a battle. We've seen this for the last, 5-6 years of the rise and fall of Wendy Williams. And, you know, it's a sad thing, but it's also a case of life. It's a case of things that we see with people. We see the rise and fall of people. We see the mental destruction. We see the real you. We see how much things can put pressure on you, and we know that pressure can bust a pipe. That's why at the end of the day, people, we have to protect ourselves from the chest up, meaning your heart and your mind at all times. And with that, I'm going to say this is the news in you. North, east, west, south, unite from every alley and Cali, intersection and back street. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up on your way out the door.
Star Child, I never
seen the sunshine like this.
I never
Never seen the moon glow like
Hey yo, I
this.
never
Never seen the waterfalls like this.
I never